The Beatles sued Apple. That's right, the Beatles. The British rock band sued Apple. It started in 1987, just about 1 year after the Apple II was released. The computer that had the company grow in popularity. It was so popular that the Beatles knew about the company. Their record company, Apple Records, wasn't too happy about someone else having a similar name as them. To prevent confusion, I'm going to call this Apple, Apple Computer, and this Apple, Apple Cores. Apple Records was a division in the company Apple Cores, which had other divisions such as Apple Electronics, Apple Files, Apple Publishing, Apple Retail, and some others. They sued Apple Computer in 1978 for trademark infringement, and the case ended in 1981. The agreement between the two companies was that Apple Computer would give Apple Cores an undisclosed amount of money that people estimated was $250 million, but later on we found out it was far from what people thought, and it was only $80,000. The two companies agreed to share the trademark as long as they didn't enter each other's main business models, so Apple Computer wouldn't enter the music market and Apple Cores wouldn't enter the computer market. In 1986, the Apple II GS was released, which added MIDI support, allowing people to connect certain musical instruments to their computer to make music. A year later, Apple Cores sued them again, saying that they entered the music business by adding MIDI support. This went on for 4 years and was settled out of court in 1991, when they made a new deal that was more specific on what each company could do. Apple Computer also had to pay Apple Cores $26.5 million. This lawsuit also affected one of the names of a sound effect played in System 7, originally called Chime, which was considered to be a musical term, so the sound creator changed the name to Sosumi. He claimed it was a Japanese word that had nothing to do with music, but later on admitted the real reason was that the name sounded like Sosumi. In 2001, the iPod came out, and in 2003, the iTunes Store was released, which caused another lawsuit. Apple Computer offered $1 million to use their name on iTunes, which they said no, and in 2006, the judge ruled in favor of Apple Computer. Apple Cores thought this was unfair, so they tried to appeal but failed. In 2007, the two Apples finally had their final agreement. Apple Computer could now use the Apple name for whatever they wanted. The company changed its name from Apple Computer to Apple Incorporated that same year. While the full details have not been released, people believe Apple bought the rights for $500 million and licensed it back to Apple Cores. In 2012, Apple actually bought the rights for the Apple name and licensed it to Apple Cores, which they still do to this day.